Thank you. I am ready to go. All right. Good evening, folks. First and foremost, I just want to express my gratitude for this opportunity to speak in front of leaders in healthcare advancement on the unceded territory of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh people. As learners within this province, we are all fortunate to come together on this beautiful land. My hope for healthcare is that our health systems take a radical shift towards team-based care, that we as partners in quality improvement and patient outcomes can prioritize a cohesive health system that truly exemplifies what it means to be a team. So, as much more experienced speakers than myself have done, I thought I'd use an analogy. And I got all excited as I brainstormed how the pieces of a healthcare team are so like that of an intricate machine, how with just one gear faltering, the whole system disassembles. And as my analogy grew, I had an epiphany. I know nothing about machines. So I scrapped that. I needed something personal to me. When I was a child, I lived in a story where I was Batman. Truly, I believed I was, to the point that I often instructed my parents to follow wailing ambulances from my car seat in the hopes of helping out. They didn't, of course. But this perspective of believing I was Batman gave me a pretty independent disposition, a feeling of being strong enough to go to battle all on my own. Well, through years of experiencing the many highs and lows of being human, I've learned that I can't really do anything on my own. I lean on my family all the time, and I'm living with 3 of my classmates in a house, and we do practically everything together. That's my team, and I need them every single day. Can you relate to my story? To the journey of recognizing that you function best when your ambitions are scaffolded by the care and the support of others? I believe that our health systems are maturing into accepting the need for authentic teams. Not long ago, we were entrenched in a standard of care where physicians were the penultimate authority, and we still have a long way to go before achieving ubiquitously collaborative care. But that's a future I look forward to. So, what is team-based care? Well, there's an academic definition that really speaks to me, and I was going to read it out to you folks, but honestly, it's a bit of a mouthful. So instead, I'm going to guide us through the different pieces. And as I do so, I want you to consider your team, your people, and the role they play in moving you forward. All right, first piece of the definition. Health services to individuals, families, and/or communities by 2 or more health providers. This is our intro to collaborative practice. Collaboration by its very nature must be inclusive. It must be non-hierarchical, and it must have authentic coordination between not just nurses and physicians, but allied health professionals too. Health is complex, and we have so many services that challenge those complexities, but it doesn't mean that it has to be complicated. We need to streamline our communication systems to optimize teamwork amongst professionals and ease the journey of our patients. Next, health services to health providers who work collaboratively with patients and caregivers to the extent preferred by each patient. Who but the patient could possibly be a more integral member of any healthcare team? Yes, it will take time, and it will take education. But 2 medical ethicists cited in the book Being Mortal define the interpretive patient-physician relationship as one that encompasses shared decision-making, and I love how that idea is infused into this definition of team-based care. Guide, but don't dictate. Respond, but don't impose. Counsel, don't simply inform. In that same book, Atul Gawande extrapolates on how our advanced medical technologies often result in more harm than good. Albeit less common, patients aren't always looking for a cure. And just as importantly, we don't always have one. It's in these moments that teams need to be accessible, to work with patients to decide which characters and which tools they need in their story. And the last piece, providers, patients, and caregivers accomplishing shared goals within and across settings to achieve coordinated, high-quality care. Usually without any background in healthcare, patients are forced into the most delicate circumstances. Team-based care means integrating patients into our circle to help them create rest-of-life goals that are right for them. That is a massive challenge. But look around you. This event pulls every sector of healthcare together, all of us passionate for the well-being of patients. Together, we can meet this challenge. We can streamline workflows that harness our diverse backgrounds, expertise, and perspectives so that patients aren't confused, lost, and submissive, but emboldened, goal-oriented, and aware. That's my brother. My childhood was a good story. Also good is my ongoing story of figuring out that I am not Batman, that my network of people is a stronger force than I could ever be on my own. Now, despite accepting that I'm not Batman, I still have a passion for stories. To learn about and positively impact people's stories is why I've always wanted to be a physician. Ever since I hung up the cape. And as a future physician, I know that I can't do a good job of that alone. We have the opportunity to include characters into people's stories who will seriously change lives. An opportunity to maximize professional potential, reduce burnout, economize and optimize our resources, and improve patient outcomes, all of which team-based care has proven to do. So, with the utmost respect for the many administrative and clinical pieces behind healthcare reform, I hope that I've offered you cause to consider advancing team-based care and this system-wide revolution. I hope that you walk away from this week more connected, more inspired by heroes in every sector of healthcare, and I hope that you will help me advocate for an authentic team approach that we absolutely need in order to follow the sirens and help out in the best way possible. Thank you.